Macbeth, the ultimate tale of ambition gone wrong. Introduction. Ever heard of a guy who had it all, wanted more, and lost everything? Well, that's Macbeth for you. A story of epic battles, creepy witches, insane ambition, and some of the worst decisions ever made. In just 5 minutes, we're going to dive into how Macbeth climbed the ladder to power, only to crash harder than you can imagine. Get ready for betrayal, murder, madness, and one seriously cursed crown. Act 1, The Witch's Prophecy. Our story kicks off on a bloody battlefield in Scotland. Macbeth, a loyal general, has just crushed the enemy for his king, Duncan. While heading home with his buddy Banquo, something totally weird happens. They run into 3 witches. Yeah, actual witches. These ladies drop a bombshell: Macbeth, you're gonna be king someday. But that's not all. They tell Banquo that while he won't be king, his descendants will rule Scotland. Talk about a plot twist. At first, Macbeth is like, no way. That's crazy. But then Duncan gives him a surprise promotion, naming him Thane of Cawdor, just like the witches predicted. Now, Macbeth's wheels start turning. Could the rest of the prophecy come true? Could he actually be king? Act 2, The Plan and the Murder. Macbeth heads home, buzzing with ambition, but it's nothing compared to his wife's. Lady Macbeth is next-level ruthless. When she hears about the prophecy, she's like, we're doing this. We're taking the crown. That night, Duncan comes over for a friendly visit, and Lady Macbeth convinces her husband to murder the king in his sleep. At first, Macbeth hesitates. He's loyal, and Duncan's a good guy. But Lady Macbeth isn't taking no for an answer. She questions his courage and basically says, if you're not gonna do it, I will. Under her pressure, Macbeth finally caves. With trembling hands, he sneaks into Duncan's room and kills him. The crown is theirs, but so is the guilt. Macbeth's already freaking out, hearing voices and seeing blood everywhere. Lady Macbeth tells him to pull it together, but they both know there's no going back now. Act 3, Paranoia and Ghosts. Macbeth is king now, but it's not exactly a fairytale ending. He's paranoid, like, super paranoid. He remembers the witches said Banquo's descendants would rule someday, and he can't let that happen. So, what's his genius solution? Kill Banquo and his son, fleed. Macbeth sends assassins after them. Banquo is killed, but Fleet escapes, which only makes Macbeth more paranoid. At a royal banquet, things get seriously creepy. Macbeth sees Banquo's ghost sitting at the table, staring him down. He totally loses it in front of all his guests. Not a great look for a king. Act 4, Lady Macbeth's Guilt. While Macbeth is out of control, Lady Macbeth starts falling apart. All that ambition? Yeah, it's turned into crushing guilt. She begins sleepwalking, muttering about the blood on her hands that she can't wash off. Out, damned spot, she cries, trying to scrub away her guilt. Spoiler alert, it doesn't work. The guilt eats her alive, and she spirals into madness, eventually dying off-screen. Macbeth barely reacts. He's so far gone at this point, nothing phases him. Act 5, The Fall of Macbeth. Macbeth's paranoia has turned him into a full-blown tyrant. Meanwhile, a rebellion is brewing, led by Macduff and Duncan's son, Malcolm. But Macbeth isn't worried. The witches told him no man born of a woman can harm him, and he believes he's invincible. Then comes the kicker. Macduff reveals he was born via C-section, not of a woman. The prophecy wasn't protection, it was a trap. To make things worse, the rebels use branches from Burnham Wood to camouflage their approach, fulfilling the witch's other prophecy about the forest moving to Macbeth's castle. In a final showdown, Macduff confronts Macbeth and kills him. Macbeth's reign of terror is over, and Malcolm takes the throne, restoring peace to Scotland. Conclusion. And that's how Macbeth went from war hero to paranoid tyrant to dead guy. All because he couldn't resist chasing power at any cost. It's a story about ambition, guilt, and how bad decisions can snowball into total disaster. So, what's the lesson here? Maybe don't trust witches, don't murder your boss, and definitely don't let ambition turn you into a monster. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this summary, like, share, and subscribe for more epic stories.